What is going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and we are here to do a M.F.O, which is basically a review on Astria Ascending. As you can see, actually, well, you can't see anything, but I really like this game. I have not beaten it as of yet, and I just wanted to start off the video with that. But I just wanted to mention a few things that I did like about the game versus the things that I didn't. First off, I have to say, music is pretty special. A little bit more representation of the music. Now, there's a few things that I really wanted to point out about this game, and it's one of the reasons why I just wanted to do my review, because how I feel about the game is not going to pretty much change going forward in the game. I got up into pretty much the first boss, and I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to dish out some of the things that I really like, hate, and really hate about the game, and at least give you guys an informed decision. I'm trying to test out different styles of reviewing things, because this game is a game that seems like it's going to take me a long time to fully complete because of the way that I like to play this said game. Now, let's go with the basics of what this game does. So this is kind of like a non-spoiler, I guess, aspect of it, because I can't spoil the end of the game anyway because I haven't gotten to it yet. So without further ado, as you guys can see from this screen, what we have is the actual party members. You guys actually going to stay with 8 characters, which is Ulan, Echo, Elsa, Alec, Kaden, Cress, Arpeggio, and Dagmar. Now, these characters are all have their own little special unique things that they're here to do. Even more specifically, just to show you guys, if you where is it? Can I show you here? So you see she's a captain, he's a scholar, she's a summoner, soldier, explorer, fencer, thief, and sorcerer. Now, to even more, there's actually a job system in this game. As you can see, main job black mage, and then I have another one which is making Echo a white mage. Those are the decisions that I got to make. I can actually show you guys a quick little picture just to show you what I'm talking about. Here you go, I can show you, because I actually need an item in order to do this, right? So this is just one of the characters. So Kaden, as you saw before, right? So she has Hunter, Alchemist, Assassin. So, and then you have Ulan, who could be a black mage, a harnesser, or a guardian. As you can see, his main job, sub job, and support job is something that they do. So you have to unlock those by getting crest. You get crest by beating the bosses, or I don't actually know if there's any other ways that you can get crest. That's pretty much how I see you get them. You pretty much do a portion of the game. It could be side quest related, but I've currently got the ones through the main quest, which is obvious. They probably want you to make sure that you get them. So that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna probably get enough to unlock all of those classes, and that's when I saw that I knew. I was like, okay. It's gonna take me a long time to complete this game, so I was like, I might as well do my review from the point that I'm at right now, because I would love to unlock all of this stuff, because the game actually doesn't really hinder me or make me feel like I don't want to complete it. So I make it, but it's gonna take me a long time to do it, and right now it's gonna be a little funky to try to do that all within this month and next month. Like, I want to play it and take my time pretty much. And I think that based on how I'm going to explain, you probably want to take your time with it too. This is where I wanted to show you guys. So this is kind of like the combat system. I wanted to showcase this as well. I actually have 2 powers here. This is the little I don't want to fight power. Let me find a thing to fight real quick. There it is. Look at it. Menacingly. It's moving menacingly. Alright, so once you get this power, I can chuck this thing at it. It will freeze it. And you actually have a slash here. If I hit him with that, it will actually initiate a combat. So boom, it lets me actually attack them first, get a first strike capability. I don't think it's guaranteed, actually, if I'm not mistaken. So the system works, and I'm just going to explain this really quickly so we all understand what's going on. They have a focus system, which is on the upper right. I can use 1 focus to increase the damage or extend the duration of a buff. Each of these characters, the enemies have a weakness, right? So they have a weakness. I have to find what the weakness is. There are options, which I'll show a little bit later, which is really cool that they added that into the game. Now, what's really cool that I really like, I'm going to get slightly punished for this, is that you do have access to each character, but you have to waste a turn to switch to all of them. So, middle of the fight, I can say, you know what? I need to use my fencer. I don't need my white mage in there based on who popped up in the fight. I don't need this. I don't need this. And I can switch them, boom, like that, confirm, and they all switch out. You can switch the whole party, 2 per people, or just 1. I think that's pretty cool. Allows you to readjust the strategies, especially if you're fighting a familiar mob, like I am here. This character, I actually have it that it scans, so I can scan the character and figure out what it is. You can also turn on an option that you can automatically see what they're weak to. See, as you can see, weak, fire, resistant. I kind of need to know that so I can make this a little bit easy. I killed 10 of these, Jesus. So who's next? Stop it.
Ow. My turn.
So actually, I know that this thing is weak to. I think he's weak to dark. So you see at the upper right, it's the focus. I should get additional focus for hitting him with his weak element. So boom, now I have 3. So now I can boost something up by 3. As you can see, I can only do 4. It's a cool little system. It's actually one of the best ways to finish off bosses and things of that nature, or to start doing a bunch of damage. And you get into a little cycle of things pretty much.
Like that? Did it work?
Did it work? Yes, it did. They say these things are weak to fire. I have a fire skill. See, now I got even more focus. And then, if I want to, like I said, see, this is my big guy. I like it. He's my man. 80 MP. What the? All right, sorry. Fire. Boom, fire. Burn him. Dead. And that's pretty much the combat. I said I wasn't gonna show the whole fight, and I still did. Anyway. So as you can see, you get that. We got SP. SP is going to be used for the Ascension tree. As you can see, I have characters with 30, 15. Some I'm trying to save up for to get some really cool stuff. And that's going to open up thing. As you can see, this is the Scholar tree, what Echo actually starts off with. And I'm going to go through here, try to get a whole, whatever I want him to get first. He also has the main job. And I could try to get his white magic stuff up to make him more of a mage. Now, like I said, as you saw, it's a choice between it. I wanted him to be my healer. I wanted Dagmar here to be my main magic DPS. And I'm going to try to balance out and have each character do something specific that I want them to do. They do have an equipment system here, but it is a little bit weird. I wouldn't say weird, it's just like you have to like constantly keep going back to the screen all the time once you actually get a bunch of stuff. I kind of don't like to hold on to useless equipment. I'm pretty sure later on in the game they'll have it that there's more reasons to keep certain stuff, but at the moment I haven't really felt the need to do that. I am going to go to the shop in the game and then like get the next tier of armor and weapons for every character, but it's a little bit haven't felt the need to do it. The combat itself is way more important. Next thing that I want to show, I also wanted to show this. As you're actually exploring these, how do I do it? Zoom out, there we go. You can actually see where you've been. As you can see the things on the right, if there's a hunt, like a specific thing that I'm trying to do, it also tells you can see 52%. So I haven't fully explored this area, and that's another reason why I said I just need to beat the game. I just need to do my review. It tells you where there's a boss. It tells you where there are chests, everything like that as you're running around. It's really, really cool to like actually have it tell you if you're done with the dungeon or not. Allows you to do a lot more. Also, when you are in these places, as you know, I use a couple magic. If you look at Dagmar's MP, and you can look at Ulan, I think I use the scan, right? The MP doesn't come back, but oh yeah, in Crest I use one of her abilities as well. The MP doesn't come back, but your HP does refill after each fight. So you actually have the smart thing to just kind of like be in the fight, and if you want to just auto attack all day, you can do that, especially if you're easy to kill the fight. If you need to use MP, just keep in mind that it doesn't refill, so that's just kind of one of the things. Now let's get out of here. This is the other thing that I wanted to show. As you can see, you actually can really change how the game is really played for you outside of the basic controls. As you see, field, I can have the side quest indicators on, field encounter, enemies respawn. So if you want to turn off like how you're like farming, which is, you don't want them to respawn because technically enemies respawning could actually screw you up. You don't know where you're going. You keep fighting the same guy, you end up dying, which could be very annoying. As you can see, dungeon map display info. I can display where the treasure chests are. If I just want to go directly to those, I can show where the bosses, where the enemies are. It really gives you flexibility on how you want the game to be played. Do you want it to be like super, like, I guess not roguelike, but like super, like you don't know where anything is, or you want the game to just tell you so you can get it over with. As you can see here, XP gain, you could turn it on or off, maybe if you're trying to do a challenge. SP gain, stuff like that. Money gain, items, you want to gain items, and I could see maybe you want to turn it on or off, maybe for inventory reasons. Reverse members XP ratio, stuff like that. And weakness indicator display, that's another big thing, because remember, when you are playing, I need to know what those weaknesses are to get the focus. So if I don't know how to get the focus, I might end up healing them or something like that, which is a waste of time and things. Or I could just turn on and be like, screw it, I just want them to tell me exactly what to do. And that's another option. This is really cool because this allows you to make the game harder or easier depending on how it is. So if I want to fly through this game, I can just turn on all the good stuff and be done with it. And look, I can even change battle difficulty. Very easy, normal, and on to hard. So I can really make this my own customized experience, and I feel like not enough games really do that. And time for the most important part, baby, and that is going to be the game Jsters. Let me try to explain it because I really can't, and I suck at it. So, anywho, oh wow, this guy's, oh, I don't want to use that. That's like one of my best cards. It's a boss that I fought. Anyway, so as you can see, these cards, these tokens technically. I should just use all my crappy ones, honestly. As you can see on the screen, right? So they have WR, they have the little triangle symbol. There's also end, I think, as well. And it's kind of like they're, you know, Final Fantasy always has like some type of card game thing. So this game has to have a little card game thing. Something that's gonna allow you or want you to kind of like play. So W actually means that it's like -2 from whatever it is. So that side is only... So that side is like 2, and like it's like so weird. I'll show you guys how to actually play it, but I'm gonna definitely lose this because this guy just dropped a 4 in the middle of the thing, which is absolutely nuts. So I would need something like, I think this technically beats it. Oh, it does. Okay, and that beats my thing. And I try to figure out how it works. Like R, I think is resist, so it's like +2 on that side. So like it's so weird. So technically, like I could do that. You can also rotate it, as you guys can see, which is pretty cool, right? See, look, I didn't get that one, and he just got 2 of those, and now I'm gonna lose. Like I really don't. I honestly don't really too much understand it. Like I've tried to get it, but every time I think I have it right, I'm not even gonna take anything, and then he's gonna take my thing. Full Bork. Oh, I thought he was gonna have a full. And then this one we're playing that you lose 1. Of course, he's gonna take one of my best cards. You need some. Yeah, I know. I don't know how the game works. You jerk. Here it is. So yeah, the triangle is neutral. The value stays the same. W is -2. Resist means +2. Nullified means that it can't be flipped. I haven't seen a card with N on it yet. And absorb means that if they put it there, their card could be flipped, which I'm assuming is one of the better of the better of the better of the better, which is cool. Trying to understand it, I think it'll make better sense when I have better cards. Like I have one that has all W, so it's like all -2, but it's a level 1 card. I don't know. And honestly, I think those are my main, the main things about the game. So based on that, what do you guys think about the game? And that's kind of all that's in there. That's how you fight your fights. That's how you play that little token system. If you want, I'm pretty sure that that's going to be a nice little side thing to do. Probably get all the tokens in the game or something like that. And that's kind of it. That's the game. Now, when it comes down to, I guess, more spoiler-esque stuff, it's gonna be the combat. Of course, I don't want to spoil too much on how the combat works. I gave you a general gist of it. But there is one thing that I did see in a review before I got the game myself, and it is about the loveliness that is confusion and stun. Here we go. So as you can see, stun prevents the target from acting, and where's confusion? There you go. Confusion forces them to act on their own. Now there are characters in the game, sorry, not really characters, but there are enemies in the game that literally can do that AoE. They'll do an AoE stun or AoE confuse, and your character's locked up for 2-3 turns. Now, even if you switch them out, they still, they come back in, they're still confused or stunned. You obviously can cure it, right? But if they do it AoE and you have, you know, everyone gets hit, you're just sitting there, and it's kind of boring. It's like I'm like, I can see the strategy in it, but I think that, and yes, there's ways to prevent it. I have one confuse ring, a confuse prevention ring. One of it, I honestly want to put it on. I don't, out of everything that I saw there, outside of maybe, I don't know, Doom, I definitely would think that it would be a really smart to get all my characters to have immunity to that, which I currently don't have. Maybe I'll do that in the future. Hopefully I can buy a ring for all the characters, because when your character gets confused, not only do they attack, in other games they regularly would attack, they'll just do a normal attack all day. So confusing like the big brute attacker would be strange, would be sucky, like, oh god, he's killing all of us with his big sword. It sucks here because they actually can confuse like a mage, and the mage will use a spell. It's taking your MP. Obviously it could do a lot of damage to you, and it's just like, why? Why did you do that? So if they get confused, they can start killing off your teammates, or they can be stunned and then they're not doing anything, like I said, and they could do it AoE. Or if they don't do it AoE specifically, they can put you in a fight in which you're fighting multiple characters that are casting confused or stunned on multiple, and then by that time all your people are done that, and they can also just recast it and put it on top of you again. I think that they just needed to either not let that happen or just fix it, or maybe have that to maybe 1 or 2 boss encounters that specify in doing that, so you have to do it for that one fight. But I don't know what fight is coming ahead, but I've gotten confused, and that just happening even once, and if it happens any other time again, you're gonna be like, like losing in that fashion just really sucks. It really makes you think like, bro, really? I got confused and then that character went off the rails. But hopefully that's why I'm hoping I get the white mage, and there's ways to prevent that. But just one of the small gripes. Second gripe that I really have is going to be in the dialogue of the game. Now, I love that the game is voice acted. It's beautiful, but I think if I show you a little clip, which is kind of a spoiler, I'll show you a little clip and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Which, by the way, I love is that you actually can recap the scenes. As you can see here, I can actually go back and watch a scene, but here is a pretty good example. And just so you guys know, like, I can't, like, skip it.
Is it true you're never coming back?
So, like, when they're talking slow like this, there's, like, always a brief 1 or 2 second, 3 second or something like that pause.
Well, we do get some time
every time
off.
they're talking. I want to, like, just kind of speed it up a little bit.
So we can swim upstream in the river again? I guess.
And that's the like, all the dialogue is like that. It drives me up a wall. It drives me insane. I took a lunch break, and it took up most of my lunch break because they have these long pauses between everyone that talks. I know that they're animating stuff, like they're moving and doing stuff like that, but holy crap, I don't care. Let them talk and move at the same time, please. And you can skip like this. I could press pause and I could skip, but if it's a new cutscene, I would prefer to see all of it. I want to know what's going on. That's the whole purpose of playing a JRPG, in my opinion, is that you actually get the full experience. So yeah, back to shadow mode. But all in all, I'd have to say that the game overall is really fun. I do like the system. I like that once I get my AoE skills, I'm gonna be doing it for the people. I'll have an easier time dispatching enemies. I'll be having an easier time dealing with bad statuses effects. That's gonna be later in the game, but at the current point in time, it's just that those are like the only gripes that I really have. The slow talking, the story seems like it's fine, and that's enough. Oof. Oh, that is the other thing. Let me just hold on. I'll show you one more clip. Hold on. I just want you guys to know that they're the demigods. They're the 333rd.
While we're on our mission.
They live for 3 months. Sorry, they live for 3 years.
Try to enjoy
And in this game, they're gonna die in 3 months. I wonder if they were gonna remind you that that's gonna happen.
Yeah, only 3 months left.
Uh-huh.
Take it easy, would ya?
She's now aware of everything, and said she would speak with the arbiters.
That's an awkward
As
pause
for the
right there.
noises in town, several people mentioned they saw them appear suddenly out of the sky.
Oh yeah, really? Okay. Yeah.
It seems
Like, what the
as if they were summoned.
What is that?
But who?
Hold on. You think they only say it once?
Found something.
Oh no. Not just once. They mention this a lot of the times during the game, and I just find it just slightly slightly annoying.
Never tried it.
Oh, here we go. No demigod has ever tried it. Well, let's remind ourselves.
That's my brilliant Alasia for you. First demigod in history to summon the Astria.
Oh god, those pauses.
If only we had known sooner.
We're the 333rd, so that means there have been 1,000 years worth of demigods before us, right? How are we the first in 1,000 years to possess this skill?
And when it's almost curtains for us too.
And when we're about to die in 3 months. All right, that's enough. It's way too slow. I don't get it. Anywho, hope you guys enjoyed the review. That's about all. Like I said, like those long pauses. Ooh, it kills me, man. It really does kill me. But I think those are the only gripes. Like I said, the fact that some of the enemies can AoE stun lock you and you're just kind of sitting there. I don't mind it like that happened, but I wish there was like a fast forward at that point. But it's like they can stun lock you. I think that some of the dialogue is a little bit slow. It's not delivered as fast as it should be as a natural conversation, especially amongst 8 members of a team. They're all talking, or they're all gonna put their opinion in there, and sometimes it's like, what do you guys think about the video? I think the video was great, and it's like, yo, come on, man. I think that needs to be sped up a little bit. The J-Star thing, I feel like, is a pretty cool game. Even when I was mathematically it, sometimes it was a little bit off. I feel like I was either being really stupid or there's something wrong with the way that game calculates its numbers. But it could be, it's most likely I'm just not paying attention too much and I'm just slapping tokens in the wrong places. But everything else I think is fine. I like the little switching of the systems. I like the switching of the systems. The fact that you can switch characters out. I like that you can adjust the difficulty. I like that there's dungeons. I like that there is ways you can explore. You can heal in the dungeon as well, so you don't have to worry about too much outside of just like actually managing your MP. And eventually, I'm assuming you're gonna have attacks that also do elemental damage, so you don't have to waste MP just to get focus. And a lot of that's gonna be diving deeper into the game, exploring the dungeons, getting all the stuff. And I think that that's where you want to sit and just eat this game up. But until you get to that point, I think there's gonna be a little bit of struggle. But I'm also seeing that it's okay to skip cutscenes because you also, as you saw, there is a whole catalog of cutscenes. So I could just skip it and then rewatch it later, especially if I want to maybe watch it at a different time. Like I said, I try to play on my lunch break and they hit me with a cutscene, and at the end of the day, it's gonna tell me where to go anyway, so I could just maybe skip it and then come back to it a little bit later. It's also good for trying to find out how something happened if I remember something. I do like that. They have a lot of good quality of life stuff in there. I do wish in the combat maybe that if you had found the weakness of an enemy, it would be portrayed somewhere again, so I don't have to memorize, especially if the game is toting to have several different enemies. I've seen every time I entered a new area, even within one area, I keep finding new enemies and I'm supposed to memorize, oh yeah, that's fire, weak to fire right there, yep, that one's ice. I mean, I am a little bit, but I wish that once you found out, you already know. It almost makes me want to turn on the weakness indicator, just so if I feel like I know it, but then if I fight a boss, I kind of want to run around the elements and find it out myself. I don't know. I'm gonna beat this game in my own special time, so it doesn't really matter. So YFOs in the comment section below, let me know how you feel about Astria Ascending, and you have 3 months to beat it. I was nice. They say it so often, it's actually ridiculous. And I do like the story. They're all demigods. I'm assuming we'll find out exactly why they were chosen. If they don't, then whatever. And they're dying in 3 months, and they have 3 years to live. And this is the last 3 months, and they're the 333rd. I don't know, 33333s, but a cast of 8. I don't know. Maybe the 3 Musketeers is gonna come through. I don't know, but I think, and maybe I should end this on 333 minutes. That'd be like that'd be all threes or something like that. I don't know, that'd be kind of funny. Anywho, but I think the story is interesting. They're definitely doing a good job telling the story. It's just, like I said, told a little bit too slowly for me when it comes to the voice acting. I wish I could skip their lines a little bit. And funny, I was just coming from playing Kenna, where there was times where you could skip lines and speed up the dialogue, and and there was cutscenes where you can't, but they also had options where you can kind of speed through it a little bit. So interesting to know what you guys think about this game. Would you want to buy it? Would you either wait till it goes on sale? I am playing it currently on the Switch. I forgot to mention that earlier. I feel like some people care about that, some people don't, but I'm playing on the Switch. But it is available pretty much on all platforms, PlayStation 5. So if you want it to look better, or maybe you rather play it when you're at home, I think a game like this is best played on the go. I can put a couple hours, or especially if I'm exploring a dungeon, keep going to a couple dungeon rooms and then get the hell out, pack it up, close it, put it in sleep mode, play a couple in the car if I'm not driving, play play again when I get back home. And the Switch graphics are not too terrible, and this game is not like meant for its graphic, you know, crazy graphics, but it does have a nice art style. So again, let me know how you guys feel about the game. If you like the video, subscribe to the channel for more MFO reviews on games. If there's a game that you guys want me to check out, if it's free, please. I'm tired of spending money, but if it's free, let me know, especially, or if it's not a free game, let me know. I'll look at it. Maybe there's a trailer I can look at. I'll give you my opinion on it. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Like, comment, subscribe, and just remember that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.